Hello to everyone, and welcome to our new update. This time on some of the single stocks. As you know, a few weeks back we have launched a pre-beta version for the US single stocks. Some big names are covered there. So if you don't know what the US single stocks report is, if you will register on our website and visit the stocks section, you will be able to activate the free access, and you will be able to see the reports that we shared twice since we launched this service. But today we have decided to make this presentation in the video format, so I invite you to visit our website later on and make sure to register, because I believe that in the next few days we will send out a new report. Okay, so for now, for the meet of the week, I just decided to make this video on some of the markets, so on those single stocks. Now, as you know, the US stock market is moving very nicely to the upside. We are pulling back maybe on the intraday basis, but nothing really significant. I mean, it makes sense to see some retracement ahead of August 1st, when no one knows for sure what will be the trade deals, if any, and what this could mean for the markets if maybe Trump will really go hard with some tariffs on a lot of countries. Basically, one of the most important, obviously, is what will be with trade deals between the US and the European Union. So I believe that markets will be a very volatile, and a lot of certainty will be visible through potential intraday sell-offs that we are experiencing right now. But when looking at this put call ratio, okay, here basically we are not that at the extreme of optimism yet. Okay, so we have the S&P 500 in black, and here in red we have the total put call ratio, and you can see that we somehow are moving in range here. Nothing, not we are not seeing any kind of spikes to the downside like we have seen here maybe in some of the past occasions when the market basically found some resistance. So I still think that there is a chance that we'll see some sharp moves to the upside. Maybe this will happen after some near-term retracement, but we are still not seeing this any kind of euphoria going on that will maybe suggest that we are really at the end of this cycle of optimism. So it looks like that a market is not buying a lot of calls just yet. So it looks like that obviously we are not in that phase where extreme buying of calls would suggest basically the opposite. Now, when it comes to the S&P 500 wave count here, I'm still thinking that we are in a wave free. We could even retest the highs here. We are testing some channel here, so maybe in the next 24 hours, 48 hours, we will get answers whether this trend line is broken, and this will take us lower into wave 4, or maybe we will see a new print high first and then some kind of a pullback. But definitely these pullbacks that we are expecting will be just part of an uptrend, and I think that this could be some very nice support around 6,000 if we get towards this level. Now, if we take a look at some of the single stocks, firstly, we will look at AMD. Now, at Nvidia and AMD, as you know, they have seen a very nice push to the upside, and the reason was because Trump administration again allowed Nvidia to send chips to China. So this put some optimism back in play here, and obviously we are seeing some very nice recovery on AMD as well that is trying to following Nvidia. And here what I'm basically tracking is that on a daily chart we have some very nice impulse. Okay, I still think that after some pullback there will be even more upside, but in the near term looks like that this market is trying to target and fill this gap that goes back to November of 2000, basically October, November of 2024. Yeah. So if we get some retracement before this gap is filled, then I still think that there will be a chance to see some more upside within a wave 5. But if this gap will be filled, let's say straight from here, going into the end of this week, then maybe this would be some very serious and strong resistance up there for this wave A. But if you look um, at this higher time frame charts, basically here I think that we are in a wave D. So as I said, maybe there will be a very strong resistance around 180 up to 200 levels could be a very strong resistance for wave D. But whenever we see this next very big wave E retracement, if we'll get it, I think that there could be some very nice opportunities on the long side. Now let's take a look also on ACML, and this one, as you know, has seen some reversal. Just let me load the charts here. Has seen some reversal now in pre-market after earnings reports, and we basically shared this. I believe this single stocks in some of the past report, and I said that we are in a wave 5 here. Okay, of the first impulse, so we should be careful for potential setback, especially when you are dealing with this kind of a price action ahead of earnings. And what we are basically seeing is now that the price is trading a little bit lower in pre-session. So I think that there is a movement into a correction, and that once we will have this ABC setback, that there could be some very interesting opportunities on the long side, especially if we consider that if this gap stays open, then usually at some point these gaps will be filled. Now the one that I would pay attention on is maybe here the support around 700. This could be very attractive for potential rebound, but as I said, after the pullback that seems like can be now underway. Now let's take a look on Alibaba here. Now Alibaba is looking on this higher time frame chart. Just a second. I don't know, something is working very slow here for today. Anyway, so Alibaba is. I mean, I received a few requests for Alibaba over the last few weeks, if not months, and I said that look, for now it looks like that price action somehow is trying to form higher highs and higher swing lows here for the last year, 2 years or so. But when looking at this price action and comparing with the previous drop, I just wouldn't be surprised if we will run into some serious and very strong resistance in upcoming months. But for now, even if that's it's a potential ending diagonal, which is reversal pattern here for a wave C. Still, this appears incomplete. So maybe in the near future, there is a chance that this market will actually rise even further, because if you look closely here on this daily time frame, notice that after this sharp sell-off here through April, market recovered quite nicely with 5 waves on a smaller time frame, and then this was another 3 wave retracement, which I believe stopped around the 78.6% here around 103, and we are now basically breaking this trend line resistance. So if by the end of the week we will stay here above that trend line, okay, close at these levels, then I think that there is still a chance that this market will continue even higher and try to even attack the previous swing highs here. So as long as we are holding above 95, and again, if we see a weekly closing price here or even higher, I think that this would be quite promising for Alibaba for the next few weeks, maybe even months. Now let's take a look also on Ford. Now uh, Ford here is making some very nice recovery. Okay, and notice that we still have some unfilled gap, which possibly could be targeting in the near future, or not in the near future, in the next few weeks, maybe few months, especially if we consider that this reversal, this bottom came after an ending diagonal. Okay, so I think that there is a plenty of room for further upside. We also broke this key resistance here around 11.50, which could be some very nice potential support. We can see that the pre-trading is now prices is around 11.50. So in that zone, definitely we should stabilize. Okay, and if we will close a bit higher today, then I think that there will be room for further gains while the market is trading above 10.80. But if we get an overlap with this one, then I'm afraid that we will have to adjust the wave count. But for now, it looks like that still we could try to stabilize in the upcoming sessions. Now let's take a look also on JP Morgan. Now this one has recently moved and traveled to new highs with pretty nice ongoing impulse that, in my opinion, still could extend even higher. But since market moved here beyond the previous highs, I just think that we could be now in this wave for consolidation because we already retested the previous highs. But keep in mind that wave four can be a bit deeper. It's usually will be structured by three waves. So watch out for potential lower support levels. The ideal support would definitely be around 270, from where we could see a new turn to the upside, while the market obviously should hold here above 240. Now below 270, maybe the next support to watch would be around 255, but definitely you don't want to see a price moving back beneath 240, because then I just think that we are done with this current bull cycle from April lows. But as long as the markets are in this uptrend, especially indexes, as I showed you earlier, I still think that obviously it's important to stick with this potential bullish interpretation. And the wave 4 obviously could be a bit deeper in the near term. Now let's take a look also on PayPal. Now PayPal is making some very nice reversal from the lows. You would think, yes, we can count 5 waves up here on this time frame. But keep in mind that if you will look on a weekly chart, okay, there is still some kind of a contracting range after this very strong drop that we have seen down from 2021 high. So maybe even this can be some kind of a running triangle. I must admit, not the ideal shape, because wave B was quite far away here from that wave A swing low. But still, even if we try to focus on just on the short-term swings, I think that there could be a bit more upside for a minimum 3 wave rally, because even if that's wave E that belongs to a triangle, then wave E should be structured by 3 waves. So I think that there is a chance that we will see something like this. And when you look at the daily time frame, it's definitely worth to watch what will happen down here around 68 support. That's a pretty interesting level for potential flat formation here in a wave B. So I would say that market has a chance, if we see a retest of these levels, that market later on has a chance actually to see further upside, even above $80. And also you have some unfilled gap here from earnings back from February. Okay, so this appears quite attractive on the upside, especially because we don't have any major gap here on at lower levels when you look at the price action up from April lows. And now also final market today, let's take a look on semiconductors. This, as you know, are doing very well. Even this old technology sector is skipping the cryptocurrencies also in some very nice recovery. But if you look here on this daily time frame, obviously we are at new highs, right? And this new highs possibly will be some setbacks, back and forth moves, because these are always some very important levels. Who knows, maybe we'll see some more extension, and then these previous highs will be as a support. Or maybe this completion of a wafer is not that far away, and you will see wave 4 much earlier. But still, then you should watch for potential support here at the previous resistance. I will change this one into support. So here around 270, and then watch the potential channel to act and turn into a support around 255. Okay, if we see some retracement. Okay, traders, I hope that you enjoyed this presentation. So make sure to register on our website. Make sure to look for stocks, free access until we have this beta version. Will be everything free. You just have to activate the access, and then in the next few days, we will update this report, and we'll definitely inform you once they are uploaded. Okay, so traders, thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure to press a like. If you have any question, please leave it below in the comment section. Have a good day and talk to you soon.